morning people, how are we doing? It is a wet and rainy, gross day on a Saturday. I'm up nice and early. I mean, it's not that early, it's like 10 o'clock. But I've got an Apple appointment, yeah, for my phone, yeah! Because for some weird reason, the charging port has decided not to work. And I have to like jam my... Not gonna do that again. I've got to jam my charging cable like back behind it and kind of trap it for it to charge, so I think there's something wrong. So I'm going off to the Apple store, and the last time that I went to this particular Apple store, I've only been once in my life. The last time I went was when someone spilt a bottle of beer over my brand new laptop. Fun. Didn't take responsibility for it. I took it from Finsbury Park, which is North London, to East London, with beer in the laptop. When I got there, the guy tipped it up and beer fell out the side. He was like, you might be in trouble here. At which point, it just turned back on. Magically turned back on, nothing wrong with it. So weird. I am then going home. I'm gonna do my last workout of the week. I am then going to meet up with Joe, and we're going to go and see a film later on. I think I'm meeting up with him at 6:30-ish to see a film. I just hope he doesn't say Avatar 2, because I don't want to go and see Avatar 2. And I didn't really like Avatar 1. Can't really remember, it was so long ago. So I'm just hoping and praying that it's not that. I'll go and see basically anything else, just not that. Something really annoying has happened. So I went to the Apple store when they're bright and early. They plugged in my phone, and when it's charging, I was like, yeah, but mine isn't when I get home. And they were like, have you tried plugging it into the wall? I was like, yes, I've tried plugging it into the wall. Have you tried plugging it into a laptop? Yes, I have tried plugging it into a laptop. And then she was like, oh, well, you've cleaned out the port, so I don't quite know what's wrong. Your phone, nothing's coming back on the diagnostics. Your phone just isn't charging. I was like, right, okay. What can we do about this? She was like, well, currently it's charging. I was like, yes, but I can't stay in the Apple store until it reaches 100%. So at the moment, this is what I have to do. This is the wire, and it comes back through here. That's what I've got to put up with at the moment. But she was like, oh, there's not much we can do, really. Great. So now I've come home in the same position that I left the house in, not quite knowing what the change is, because this is a brand new cable, and it's going into my laptop, which is basically brand new anyway. I'm going to make some lunch. You'll like this story. This is a story from the other day. I was on the tube, I was like, and then I looked at my wrist, and my blue Ed Sheeran band had come off. I didn't know where it had gone. I was really worried. I was like, I've had that since school. Since the album came out like 6 years ago. So I was really upset, and then got home, and I said to Ed, I was like, oh, I've lost my wristband. I'm really upset about it. Went to go to the toilet. It was in the toilet. I have no idea how it got in the toilet. It must have gone through a flush, because I didn't feel it fall off. I didn't feel it come off. And like, that has to go over my hand. Like, I have to stretch it to come off my hand. It's getting a little weak, but I will buy a new one when that happens. But yeah, it was in the toilet, so I had to fish it out with the shower head, and then wash it multiple times. It smells absolutely fine. That gym session has ruined me. Whew. Normally I do an hour on the treadmill. Excuse the washing machine, we've just fixed it. The child lock was on, so yeah, we've now got it fixed. I normally do an hour on the treadmill at 5.5. It did an hour 15 on 5.5. Smashed it. Another, how many calories did I burn? Like just over 700. So I'm really happy about that one. I slowed it down at the beginning just to warm up, but my legs are killing me. So, I'm now going to have a shower, I'm going to get on the tube and go back to Stratford Westfield, as Joe and I are going to go and see The Menu, which is like a new film with Ralph Fiennes, Nicholas Hoult and Anna Taylor-Joy, which I'm really, really excited for, but I know that Joe's frightened of horror films, and it is classed as a horror film, so we'll see, he's gone for it. Last time I took him to see a horror film, I took him to see the comedy The Watch, starring Adam Sandler? No, the other one. Who's the one in Dodgeball?
5 minutes later.
Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller was in it. Richard Ayoade was in it. Jonah Hill was in it. It was all about a village or a town kind of community group, security community group, going around the town at night because there was an alien invasion. Weird, I know, but Joe hated that film because it was too scary. Let's go. As you can tell, we're all back home. I have had such a good evening tonight. We went for like a poke bowl. I caught up with Joe, which was really nice. I haven't seen him since pretty much since I moved out. It's been kind of off and on. I went to the football with him, obviously. Been to a few other things with him, but I haven't he's been ill this week, so he's just got over that, which is good. So we went to the cinema to go and see The Menu. Best way to describe The Menu. Bit weird. I really enjoyed it. Joe was like, of course you love it. It's food porn, isn't it? And I was like, yeah, I love that sort of stuff. Like, really intricate dishes. It's got a whole story plot. It's really good acting throughout. Really good direction. I would go and see it. I think it's coming out of cinemas soon, because it was in... When did it go into cinemas? Like, end of November, I think it went in. Was it that late? I took a screenshot of the poster. November 18th, but I don't know if that's America or here. But I would definitely pay to go and see it again. I really enjoyed it. I've got to get on with some editing tonight because it is now 10:26. My vlog's supposed to be out in an hour and a half, and guess who hasn't started it? This guy! We're going up to see Mum up in Salford, which I'm really excited for. I'm really excited to see the show again. I feel like the first time I saw it, I didn't really take it in, so I was so nervous for first preview that I was like, you can breathe now. They've kind of settled into it. So I'm really excited to see what they've done, how they've settled into their characters and everything. But I am going to start editing now, as the more I leave it, the more I worry that I'm not going to get it up on time, if not at all. So thank you for coming on these. Got it wrong again. What's going on? I say it 6 times a week. Why do I keep getting it wrong? Thank you for coming on these adventures, and I'll see you later.